Your thoughts?
What? What? Who?
Nice.
All right.
Good morning to all of you. It is Thursday. We are almost there. The St. Patrick's Day pub crawl right around the corner. The holiday itself. The consolidated election right around the corner. We're going to dive right into our daily show today, and we'll bring you news just at a later time. State of the race coverage 2025 continues with Robert Pollard, a candidate for Wood River Township Supervisor. How are you doing this morning?
Great, CJ. Thank you for having me.
Well,
Appreciate it.
Glad to have you in the studio. Still some nice weather before, maybe some rain. Who knows what this region we live in.
Better than what we had.
That's right. Well, you're running for Township Supervisor this time around. And, before we dive right into the campaign and your vision, let's talk a little bit about your background a little bit and just who Robert Pollard is.
Well, born and raised in East Alton, graduated from East Alton Wood River High School. Live in East Alton currently with my wife, Christy, 2 grown children, Kathleen and Jason. I got 4 grandchildren now, Jackson, Adley, Mila, and Alex. So that wraps it about up right there. 0 to 4 in a matter of minutes.
Well, you've been in public service for about 14 years now, and we're a county board member. And before we go into Township, take me through just a little bit of your county board background and some of the work you were able to do.
Yeah, as you know, I started as a township trustee in 2009
That's right. Yeah.
through 2014, and I decided to run for county board. I was there for 10 years. Didn't quite work out November, so I'm going to try my luck at this one. County board was great. I loved every minute of it. Enjoyed serving. We did a lot of good things up there. So a lot of community stuff. Did a lot for East Alton Wood River, which that's the area I represented was East Alton Wood River. So
well, and now with this township supervisor role, for the folks at home, because I think a lot of times when it comes to consolidated elections, a lot of times folks might not understand the role of that position. If you could just educate the audience a little bit, maybe some of the voters that don't understand the ins and outs of that, of what you would be responsible for.
Well, basically what the township supervisor is the CEO of the township. He oversees the assessor's office, the highway commissioner's office, and the clerk's office. So he runs the show. He makes sure everything's done in a proper manner, runs the budget, does all that kind of stuff, and hopefully does everything that we can to help the people out in the township.
Well, and what was the reason for making the decision to jump right in this time around?
I just wasn't ready to give up public service. I just enjoy it.
Really?
I love being out in the community. I love going to all the events that all the different municipalities have. I just really enjoy it. It's just what I want to do. So,
is there, something about it? Is there one particular thing that really just kind of keeps you motivated? Is it the people? Is it the work itself?
It's a little of both. I mean, I enjoy the people. I tell you something. Just somebody knocking on the door the other day. He says, hell, I'm going to vote for you. Here's why. You go to all the community events. I see you all over East Alton and Wood River, and you just don't do it during the election season. You do it every year.
That's cool.
Because you're passionate about it. I said, you're right. I am, and I appreciate that. So,
what led to your passion in this public life?
I've always really wanted to do it, but quite frankly, probably just a little too scared to put my name on the ballot.
It's tough.
I have great respect for anybody that puts their name on the ballot, So it's easy from the cheap seats, So
Right.
I just respect anybody that runs for office and wants to do it.
It's pretty easy from the microphone too, Robert.
Yeah.
Well, and getting into this too, when you've been going around meeting with folks this time around to let people know your desire to be township supervisor, what are the thoughts? What are the concerns of the folks in the township? Have they changed over the years?
Well, as you know, CJ, property taxes
Right.
is a big issue for everybody.
True.
But really, township is only about 4% of your property taxes. Most of it's your schools, as you know. But one thing I did find out, the people that actually do get the services of the township, which are the unincorporated areas, they just want me to continue the good services that they provide and things like that. What I'd like to also do is there's a park that I'd like to kind of see if I could get a grant for and revitalize that. It's kind of downtrodden right now. There's plenty of grants through the county for that. And then also I'd like to kind of emulate the Village of East Alton does a very good job with their senior and youth programs.
They really do.
They do. And
Yeah.
I'd like to maybe come up with something to emulate that. We got the town hall right there.
Yeah.
It seats about 130 to 40 comfortably. So we got the facilities, has a kitchen. So that's really going to be probably number one when I get in there, try to come up with something like that for the kids and the seniors.
That's really unique.
Yeah.
And you're right. I mean, East Alton does
Yeah, they
do a
do.
bang-up job
They
when it
really
comes
do.
to that.
They really do.
When you were, what have you learned along the way? From being a trustee to moving to county board and now, back to trying for township supervisor. Have there been some leadership lessons along the way?
Well, I don't know. Yes, but here's the thing. I mean, everybody always puts so much weight on RD. I never did, and I just work with anybody to get it done. Do what's right for the constituents. That's the thing. I mean,
I don't know how you feel, but to me, it just seems like from reading a lot of the news and all that the last couple of years, a lot of these are just common sense issues. They're not really political issues.
That's what I put on my flyer. I'm just going to
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I'm just going to use a common sense approach. I mean, wow, go figure.
I did not know that in advance, just for everybody watching this. But as you're going forward, take me through just what you've seen in the township. The last couple of years. Have you been happy with the work being done? Or are you...
Overall, it has. The big thing is the previous supervisors kept the tax levy flat, which is a good thing. I'll continue to do that also, and there won't be a problem there, so you don't have to worry about that. There's they got the pickleball court going there at Cutter Park, a nice overhang there too. But right now, what's in the works is about $300,000 bathroom facilities, and I want to take a look at that. That seems a little excessive for me. So
these bathrooms are getting expensive.
I mean, I don't know, and I haven't looked at it. Of course, I'm not privy of it.
Right.
So, but once I get in there, if I'm elected, I will look at that, see what we can do there.
Why is it always a bathroom that's hundreds of thousands? They can never pick a stop sign. It's always going to be a bathroom.
Politically, it's never a pretty thing either. It's like just like when we redid the jail up at the county. That's not a pretty thing, but it needed to be done.
Right. Well, and see, that's another thing that I'm sure that's going to, going back to your role with the county and now going forward to this candidacy, is the fact that you do have a little bit of experience,
Yes.
and not, throwing my, supporter bias out. It's just a matter of fact, you've been a part of projects that had to be done and maybe weren't well received at the time.
Yes, and the jail was one of them, $16 million plus. Everybody just flipped out, but it had to be done. We weren't even ADA compliant in some areas, and over the years, I came from the township that had about $3 million budget, so I come into the county, and that helped me, but prepare me for the budget. But then you go to $150 million budget.
Yeah.
That's a big difference, and then you got your zoning, you got your grants, you got your community development, you got sewer, everything else that goes along with it. So it's just a township times 20.
Right.
So, I mean, we did a lot of good things. Recently, I'll tell you, the VLAN project, the $500 VLAN project was a big deal, and that will save the 800 plus jobs that are here now and create about 80 more high-paying jobs. They'll mainly be all engineering jobs to keep up with the new modern equipment they're putting in over there. Incredible. So that was a big win. So.
Well, do you have a moment to stick around? We're already 10 minutes into it. I told you, you're doing...
My God. Okay. Let's go.
57 degrees in the heart of the 618. We got to thank our local sponsors. We'll come back with more State of the Race coverage next after this.
Hey, would you drop by the pharmacy? My doctor switched my cholesterol medication.
Yeah, will do, honey. I'm glad he's looking out for you.
OSF Healthcare can handle all of your family's primary care needs, including managing chronic conditions. Schedule an appointment today.
What are you doing?
We did our home insurance ourselves, but don't feel protected.
So you're building your own American Family Insurance roof line?
Yeah, life's better when you're protected under American Family's roof.
That's not how it works.
Dad, we'll go. It's gonna hit.
See, that's how it works.
For real protection, save up to 23% by bundling your home and auto with us.
With over 20 years of experience, Wilson's Tree Service has the expertise to handle all of your tree care needs. Licensed and fully insured, their team of experts are dedicated to providing reliable service. Plus, with a 24-hour emergency service line, Wilson's will always be there for you. Don't risk tackling that timber by yourself. Trust the local professionals at Wilson's Tree Service. Visit treeservicealtonil.org to get started today.
No matter the season, Play It Again Sports in Edwardsville has the gear the athletes need to get in the game. Whether you're shopping for the newest sports equipment or saving money on quality used gear, Play It Again Sports carries what you need to maximize performance to get the most out of every swing, kick, stroke, or shot. We'll even buy your used goods, paying cash on the spot. We carry all the gear for all the sports all year long. We're your hometown sporting goods store. Play It Again Sports, conveniently located at 4 Club Center Court in Edwardsville. Picture This and More has been a trusted name in the Alton community for more than 30 years, with the last 3 being right here on Broadway. We specialize in quality framing at affordable prices. We also feature works by local artists because we're proud of our community. If you have valued treasures to display and preserve, we're sure to have the perfect fit with our large selection of custom framing and display options. Whatever color, shape, or size, Picture This and More has the look you need. Stop by today and let us help you with your next project.
Village Dispensary has the best deals in Godfrey, Illinois with specials 5 days a week. Mondays, roll in the week with 20 to 30% off select pre-rolls. Tasty Tuesdays, enjoy 20 to 30% off select edibles. Waxy Wednesdays, enjoy 20 to 30% off select concentrate and vape brands. Thirsty Thursdays, sip and save with 20 to 30% off all drinks. Flower Friday, grab like 3.5 gram flower deals starting at just $20. Village Dispensary, come meet your best buds.
You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nasello on RiverBender.com.
9:17, welcome back. Daily Show smacking you in the nose on a Thursday morning. The calm before the storm, literally, you know.
Oh, my God. You know, hey, I'm just less than 3 weeks away. Nobody, not that I'm counting.
You know, well, you know, it's funny. I've had so many candidates on, and that's what I always ask is, at one point in time, is, are you ready for April 2nd?
Oh, my God, yes. Ironically, April 1st, by the way,
yes,
that's my wife's birthday.
No way.
So it's going to be very good or very bad.
That's what I've already said. You better have a good birthday for her. That's
right.
So, you know, getting into this, I know that Wood River's had just some of the things going around town have been, you know, ARPA conversations.
Yes,
and does that ever cross over to a township level?
Yeah, actually it does. That's a great question. A couple of things that we did on the board, speaking of ARPA money, we got awarded about $50 million at the county. So, you know, our job was to disperse it all. Mm-hmm. Townships are eligible for that. So, but just going back to my East Alton Wood River area, I secured $75,000 for each, the village of East Alton and the city of Wood River for ARPA money. So that was a good thing. And also helped facilitate that new MCT location over in East Alton, which is a big help over there by Eastgate Plaza, along with helping get Eastgate Plaza a low-interest loan through the county to help vitalize that place, which they have. So.
Well, and I mean, that was a vacant desert. I mean, I hate to be a jerk about it, but it was terrible.
Done a great job over there.
Yeah.
So, you know, that was a big win for the village of East Alton also.
Well, and it seems like the township has a unique geography to it, because there's so many portions to where you truly could develop more, and you could truly, you're right by major corridors too, and thoroughfares and hubs.
Yes.
So do you see, you know, not obviously in the next 2 years or the 4, because this is a 10-year, 20-year plan, but do you see that that township, that district becoming more of a vibrant spot when it comes to that corridor?
It could, and that's the thing with my experience in leadership that I have. You know, I'll have to work with Madison County Chair Chris Slusser, along with the mayors of the municipalities, because it's Bethalto, East Alton, Wood River, Roxana, a little bit of Hartford, and Cottage Hills. So there's a lot there, you know. So you
a little bit of ground to cover.
And that's the thing; you have to be able to work with everyone, you know, to get things done.
And see, that's the other thing that I don't know. You know, it just seems like ever since the national election, not even just this time around, but the last couple, it comes back locally where you get these guys that are so angry, and you can't do that locally because there's no one to sway. You're going to be talking to your neighbor and trying to get him to vote yes after you call them a name,
It's just crazy. I never could understand that, and I never got involved in it. I'm always a glass half full guy, positive all the time. I refuse to be negative. I mean, that gets absolutely nothing accomplished.
No, it's a bad advertisement.
It is.
It truly is.
It is.
What has there been a conversation you've had on the trail this time around that's kind of kept you motivated or kept you moving forward through this?
Honestly, it's been quite positive. I mean,
good.
I believe it or not, people have seen what I've done at the county and appreciate it. And the big thing is they tell me you do the right thing. You don't play party lines. You don't do that, but you work across the party lines. But you get things done, and that's the biggest thing. And that's really refreshing to hear. Quite frankly, all the work and you're getting yelled at and emails and but hey, you're doing the right thing.
Well, thanks.
Yeah, thanks.
One thing I do want to ask you about too is in that area, just because we've covered it on the show quite a bit, was the landfill issues that were kind of arising. Is that something that trash is one of those things that it takes a bigger body, and there's so many other conversations with that. But when it comes to the landfill, is the township, is there anything you could do as township supervisor to help those?
Funny you asked that, because I'm going to get with Rusty Wheat, who you may or may not know. He's
been on the show time. That's how I get the info.
Great guy. The problem when this all kind of hit the fan is that, the county just can't take charge. You got to work with the other municipalities again, because we're not in charge of Roxana, So I mean, so it took a lot of integral parts, a lot of moving things there. But to Rusty's credit, I mean, we got it rolling. Then we set aside some money for that. So now it's good. It could still be better, but it's on the right track. So
one of those things.
And I want to continue that. See what I could do when I get elected in the township. Work with Rusty on that too. So that'll be something I'll look into.
Is there anything else that you're wanting to work on or that you're seeing right now or hearing about?
The only thing that we already covered, pretty much the, one thing I do want to be, this is a part-time job, believe it or not. So
that's kind of interesting.
It is, but it's just like the county board, you could be as good as you want,
True.
You don't do it for the money. You do it because you want to do it and you're passionate about it, and that's what I am. So I'm going to be a readily available supervisor. I am going to be there, and it's not going to be a couple 4 hours a month. It's going to be every week. So I'm going to be there and want to be available to the constituents and to the employees, quite frankly. So
it's really good to know.
Yeah.
As you're gearing up, do you have any other opportunities for voters to connect with you and maybe learn more about you?
Well, I'm retired, and before that, I was 25 years with the Hillman Group, which I was a sales manager covering 7 states, and I had 20 sales reps under me with about a $28 million budget. So that's what I did for the last 25 years.
Wow.
On a plane every Monday morning.
Wow.
But I loved every minute of it. I really did. It was a good company to work for. So anyway, I think that was my 14 years in government. That's a good business governmental mix, and I think that's what a good leader needs. He needs a little of that experience. So that's why I think I'm the guy.
Absolutely. And do you have a Facebook page or any social media to follow along?
I do. It's Pollard at RiverBender.com.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
And then that's how you can stay connected. And then once again, just for the folks that maybe don't realize, what does Wood River Township cover, just in case that there's some folks that don't know that they can cast their ballot for you?
The area?
Yeah.
Okay, it's Bethalto up to Prairie Street, and it's Cottage Hills, it's Wood River, East Alton, Rosewood Heights, Roxana, and about half of Hartford.
Really good. And, one final thought. Just because I find it fascinating, it's been 14 years since you're, first getting in, and now you're all this time later. How has it changed?
Oh, it's.
And I mean that. How does it really change? Because you've been a part of it from so many levels that you truly see this.
It's when I came in, of course the board was predominantly Democrat. And, you hear everything that how bad it was. It wasn't. It was a pretty well-oiled machine. But, people do business differently, So it's it's kind of was a status quo. Then it started getting taken over by the Republicans, and they see things a little differently. So they were in office and they ran things the way they thought was fit. So it's interesting, but it wasn't as polarizing.
So I was curious about
back then.
Yeah.
You could still get along. We could laugh. We wouldn't get in arguments like when Mr. Prenzler came in. It was really kind of an adjustment for everybody. So, but that's politics. I let it go. Right off. I don't take it personally.
It's like sports, short-term memory.
Yeah, you move on to the next one. You fight the battle. If you win, great. If you don't, you move on to the next fight. So.
Well, and I truly mean that. I appreciate your time today, and really just enjoyed getting to know you a little bit more. The floor is always open for you, and best of luck ahead of April 1st.
Yeah, thank you. 2 weeks left. Let's go.
Yep. And then if you win, come back whenever you want to talk about any news or anything you're working on.
That'd be great. I'll come back. If I get some things I want to work on, I'll come back and share them with you.
Please do. It was a pleasure meeting you.
That'd be great. Thank you very much.
More coverage of State of the Race continues until April the 1st, but we'll take a quick break. Coverage now of OSF Healthcare. That's next.
Oh no, another bad headache?
Yeah.
Maybe it's time to see your doctor.
OSF Healthcare can handle all of your family's primary care needs, including diagnosing health issues or referring you to a specialist. Schedule an appointment today.
No matter the season, Play It Again Sports in Edwardsville has the gear the athletes need to get in the game. Whether you're shopping for the newest sports equipment or saving money on quality used gear, Play It Again Sports carries what you need to maximize performance to get the most out of every swing, kick, stroke, or shot. We'll even buy your used goods, paying cash on the spot. We carry all the gear for all the sports all year long. We're your hometown sporting goods store. Play It Again Sports, conveniently located at 4 Club Center Court in Edwardsville.
Yo, what up? It's Mike Keith, the proud graduate of Lewis and Clark Community College. I got my start in broadcasting and now I work all over the country. I discovered my path in media, but I could have been an electrician. Or I could have been a nurse.
Maybe not.
Get paid to go solar. We're not solar bros. At Grid, we're solar pros. We explain the process behind solar power so you can make an informed decision. We'll work with you to make owning your power as simple as possible and affordable with zero down financing and payment options. Our only goal is to save you money. Call Grid when you're ready to be independent of the power company.
Looking for the best barbecue in Madison County? Head over to Carver's Barbecue in Godfrey, Illinois. From loaded barbecue nachos to mouth-watering pulled pork, brisket, ribs, and more, Carver's serves up award-winning flavors you'll love. Family-owned, Carver's is all about fresh, made in-house dishes served daily. Come visit us at 2716 Groveland in Godfrey, or give us a call at 618-467-9999. Order online, get it catered, or stop by for the best smoked meats around. Where great flavors meet family tradition, you'll find Carver's Barbecue.
Since 1993, Sparks Junk Removal is always adapting to the needs of our clients. That is why we now offer weekly trash pickup for selected areas. Plus, we offer driveway-safe rubber-tired dumpster rental. Give us a call today at 618-781-1407 or visit us at sparksjunkremoval.net.
You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nasello on RiverBender.com.
Welcome back, Daily Show hitting you in the nose. 9:28. 13th day of March. It's a Thursday morning. Rachel, welcome back to the show. You've been on before, haven't you? That's what I thought.
A couple months ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not too long.
Not too long.
How's your Thursday treating you?
I'm tired.
Yeah, this
I'm
like
tired.
barometric pressure shift is
It's
real.
Awful.
It is.
It's awful. I have like a little bit of a headache, but I'm trying to get through.
You know, I kind of what pisses me off, to be honest with you, is I wake up like this and I'm like, why am I still not partying? Right. You know, when I was partying, I earned it. Now I just feel bad.
It's like, am I just old now?
Well, this is really great. The 20-somethings group is on Thursdays at 3:30 to 4:30.
Yep.
And how long has this been going on for?
So it actually started at the end of January.
Cool.
So yeah, it's been going on since then.
And take me through some of the things that are getting accomplished in here.
Yeah. So we definitely talk about maybe some of the transitional things that folks who are kind of in their 20-somethings might be struggling with, whether it's graduating from college or even graduating from high school, and just kind of not knowing what they want to do with their lives. So we talk about maybe some of the struggles that they're experiencing.
Well, and I saw something the other day too, where it said called like my generation. I don't know if it's ours, but the grandma generation. We're sleeping too much and we aren't having a social. Is that a true thing?
Oh yeah.
Is it really? This is wild to me.
It is.
So what are the problems that can kind of arise and socially when it comes to kind of that lifestyle?
Yeah, I mean, I see a lot of just isolation, depression, difficulties making friends or maintaining relationships, a lot of social anxiety too.
Yeah.
Folks are kind of just stuck at home, maybe living with their parents, which that's nothing to be ashamed of. But oftentimes when I talk to these folks, they want to not live with their parents.
Right.
So that can be some of the challenging things that are coming up.
That's really interesting. And in this group, how does it kind of formulate? What's the format of it?
Yeah. So really we talk about anything from managing finances to maybe resume building, what kind of jobs are you interested in, how to make friends, difficulties with depression due to maybe isolation and not making friends or socializing much.
How many do you encounter that truly just don't know how to, I don't know how to put it, but like live in real life? Do you know what I'm saying by that? Where it's like we kind of like fell in love with social media in this virtual world that we don't understand the present.
Right. No, absolutely. I would say, so I'm considered like a millennial.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I just never guess anymore.
I'm not seeing it a lot with millennials. I'm seeing it with the generation beforehand.
Really?
Which I think it has a lot to do with social media and also video gaming. You know, I myself love to video game, but I do it in doses where I step outside and maybe go to the grocery store or the library, or I engage with friends and stuff like that, where, you know, I think nowadays there's so much social media that it kind of takes away the blessing of being in person with people and talking and engaging.
Is there a lot of times too where maybe someone that's younger, it seems like, just from my experiences with folks, that once they find that kind of one thing that interests them, no matter what it is, it could be good, bad, or indifferent, it's kind of just that's it and that's the life.
Yeah, tunnel vision.
Yeah, is that healthy? I know that's a tough question. That's a really tough.
I think it can be unhealthy if you're noticing negative things coming from it. So if you're feeling depressed, or maybe that's all you do every day, all day, and you're not experiencing other important things in life, like getting a job, which is kind of really important, you know, to survive and keep going.
Well, and it's good for your health, too.
Oh, absolutely.
Like, you know, people always say, Rachel, if I win the lottery, I'm quitting the job tomorrow. I'm like, hell no, I'd be crazy within a month.
I say that. I'm like, okay, you know, I'm going to retire early, and then I'm like, no, I would be so bored.
Yeah, no, it would not be good for me. I'd be on that lottery change my life
because
show.
we as humans, we love routine.
Right.
We do. And when we don't have routine, that's when I notice a lot of folks experience mental health challenges.
You know, and that's what was I was reading something the other day about student athletes and stuff, and whenever they stop playing that sport, you know, and because it's their life for so long, they really do struggle with that next chapter.
Yeah, and that's exactly, you know, the thing about this group is a lot of folks will be graduating from high school or college, and they've had that routine set for them for so many years, and then it's gone. And so now what?
So interesting. So how does it work? So whenever we're in this group, do we all just kind of share openly?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, really cool.
Yep. I'll check in and I'll say, like, you know, what are you coming to this group for? What do you hope to get out of this group? And so maybe we'll pick a topic that might be beneficial for everybody in the group. And I'll even ask at the end of the group, like, are there certain topics you really want to talk about that might be really helpful?
This is really cool. And you have to complete intake, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. So you need to complete an intake. You don't have to be established with a therapist. If you strictly just want to go to this group, that's okay. But you do have to complete an intake. And
I'm guessing 20s.
Yes. And you have to be in your 20s. Thank you for reminding me of that.
I just wanted to make sure of this. But it is covered by most insurance plans.
Yes. Yep.
And do we have to keep calling you so let's say we're in the group, like we're loving it after week 3, do we still need to keep calling you saying we're coming? Is that good?
Nope. Well, I mean, you can, but or a lot of times at the end of the group, I'll say like, "Does everybody want to come back next week?" And they'll say yes or no, and then I'll just kind of set up recurring appointments. And if they can't make it one week, they can call, or if they decide they're no longer interested, they can call and let me know.
It's like the lamp in the Shawshank. I'm trying to look at the date. So you've had a couple of so you've had a couple of weeks now of this.
Yeah.
What have you seen, just takeaways that you've experienced?
Yeah. Just, I mean, a lot of the things that are kind of on this flyer.
Just like in terms of growth, have you seen them able to kind of break out of maybe some of their shell a little bit, or?
It's been hard.
Has it?
It's been hard.
Yeah.
Just especially when it comes to socializing, talking with other people. That's probably been the most difficult part. But I do think the group can be really beneficial just for people to come together and talk to each other.
Does it surprise you?
No.
That's so fascinating to me. Wow.
Yeah.
You got a moment to stick around? I got to pay a bill.
Sure.
9:35, more conversations on the 20-somethings group, which is Thursdays, 3:30 to 4:30. Where is it located?
OSF St. Anthony's, 3rd floor, Psychological Services.
We'll be back with more right after this on RiverBender.com.
Oh no, another bad headache?
Yeah.
Maybe it's time to see your doctor.
OSF Healthcare can handle all of your family's primary care needs, including diagnosing health issues or referring you to a specialist. Schedule an appointment today.
No matter the season, Play It Again Sports in Edwardsville has the gear the athletes need to get in the game. Whether you're shopping for the newest sports equipment or saving money on quality used gear, Play It Again Sports carries what you need to maximize performance to get the most out of every swing, kick, stroke, or shot. We'll even buy your used goods, paying cash on the spot. We carry all the gear for all the sports all year long. We're your hometown sporting goods store. Play It Again Sports, conveniently located at 4 Club Center Court in Edwardsville.
Yo, what up? It's Mike Keith, the proud graduate of Lewis and Clark Community College. I got my start in broadcasting and now I work all over the country. I discovered my path in media, but I could have been an electrician. Or I could have been a nurse.
Maybe not.
Get paid to go solar. We're not solar bros. At Grid, we're solar pros. We explain the process behind solar power so you can make an informed decision. We'll work with you to make owning your power as simple as possible and affordable with zero down financing and payment options. Our only goal is to save you money. Call Grid when you're ready to be independent of the power company.
Looking for the best barbecue in Madison County? Head over to Carver's Barbecue in Godfrey, Illinois. From loaded barbecue nachos to mouth-watering pulled pork, brisket, ribs, and more, Carver's serves up award-winning flavors you'll love. Family-owned, Carver's is all about fresh-made in-house dishes served daily. Come visit us at 2716 Groveland in Godfrey, or give us a call at 618-467-9999. Order online, get it catered, or stop by for the best smoked meats around. Where great flavors meet family tradition, you'll find Carver's Barbecue.
Since 1993, Sparks Junk Removal is always adapting to the needs of our clients. That is why we now offer weekly trash pickup for selected areas. Plus, we offer driveway-safe rubber-tired dumpster rental. Give us a call today at 618-781-1407 or visit us at sparksjunkremoval.net.
You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nasello on RiverBender.com.
I'll be over the edge now. In no time at all.
I just had to get the hair out of my face. I didn't even care how I was just going crazy. Welcome back, Daily Show hitting you in the nose. Rachel, psychotherapist, LCPC. Say that one 4 times fast. I'm feeling accomplished today.
Okay.
I can go home. I can retire now. So this 20-something group takes place Thursdays at 3:30 today. Forgot it was Thursday.
I know.
So, are you there every Thursday?
Yep, I am the facilitator of the group.
Really cool. How long do you foresee this continuing?
I hope for the time being there, I do think this group can be a little difficult to start up due to maybe some of the challenges that folks may be facing with this kind of group, difficulties with leaving their home, socializing, etc. So I do recognize that can be a part of the challenge, but I'm hoping to get it, strong and running.
Are there any coping mechanisms or any type of tools that you try to send the folks home with?
Yeah. So we do a lot of just education. I feel like this definitely is a group for education, helping them navigate those big life changes that maybe they didn't talk about in college or didn't talk about in high school, or they don't have the people to kind of help guide them to this.
Much of it is education just for a lot of this? Because it seems like, too, when it comes to maybe understanding certain personality traits too, and just maybe like attachment styles, all that other stuff that comes with the 20-somethings and everything else. That once you start to become understanding of it and learn it, that's when you can really start to work on it, because it just seems like it's like going back to that tunnel vision.
Right.
The 20-year-old groups like myself were smart on some things and completely oblivious and don't know anything about it. And not saying we don't, but just kind of shell shock, you know?
Yeah, well, and I think that's just like a part of how maybe 20-somethings grew up.
Right,
When
it
I
could
was,
be.
Yeah, when I was 20, I grew up with certain things, and I think that's just what they're working with,
Yeah.
you know? So it's trying to maybe help them be a little bit more flexible.
How big does this group get?
So I will have at least 10, or at most 10.
Oh, it's like,
Not
damn.
at least. At most 10 people in that group. Yep,
Okay.
so that's like
well,
the
that's
cap size.
really good though for people to know that you aren't going to be inundated with a bunch of strangers.
No.
It's small settings too.
Yes, because I think that would be really overwhelming for this
Oh
population.
yeah, way too
Yeah.
overwhelming.
Yeah.
Well, and sometimes I think that once you, especially younger people, understand that they're not alone, because I think a lot of it, older generations might say it's like the victimization and stuff, and it could be, I'm not saying that's not true, but I think a lot of it is you're isolated, you don't see that people your age are going through the same thing, and so you think, why is this happening to me?
Right. Or even like comparing themselves
Yeah,
to others,
that's a
too.
big one right now.
Yeah, which like, I've done that.
Oh, hell yeah, I do it all the time.
Yeah.
I do it all the time. I'm not even being funny about this.
Right, yeah. So it's hard. So we talk about comparing yourselves and having realistic expectations for yourselves rather than thinking like, oh, I need to get this full-time 40-hour week job. You don't have to do that. We can start a little smaller if you feel like that's overwhelming for you.
Well, and so many times too, it's like, you see the influencer, the star, or whatever you want to call them now, and regardless of what money or whose it is that they're using to do this stuff, you go, I'm going to be that person, and it seems like I actually was reading something in the Post about it, or the Times, where they said you're like so inundated with it that you almost become that reality where it's like you feel like you have to be that, and if you aren't, you're a failure, and it's not true. I mean, it's so not true. I'm never going to be, Walter Cronkite.
Yeah,
I know that. And I'm happy with that too. Like I know who CJ is.
Right.
Yeah.
Like acceptance of yourself and the things you have accomplished and the things that you are doing currently.
And that's why I make fun of myself.
Yeah.
No, but
Humor can be helpful.
Tool. But it's a coping tool. I mean, you can't, if you laugh, you cry, and how much of that is just understanding life for them too?
Yeah. I mean, I'd say that's a big part, because I remember when I was in my 20-something, it was a whole lot of unknown. And I was like, oh my gosh, I have to be an adult, and this is really scary, and this is also really awful, at the same time. So a lot of it is like adjusting to reality can be a huge thing.
And then too, I don't know. I mean, my family used to do this to me all the time, because when I was starting to understand how to be an adult a little bit, it's like I'd call and go, "This is ridiculous! Like I'm losing all this. What is?" And they just, get over it. That's welcome to being an adult. But when you're young, you're like, you don't understand what I'm going, because you just don't think of it that way. But
well, and of course they don't understand,
right?
Because everybody's experiences are unique.
Well, and too, it's like, it's like for me though, it's like I kind of discredit that anybody else had that hardship too. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's just a personal thing.
Sure.
It's like, oh no, it's CJ that is being targeted today with the bills of life.
Yeah.
It's just I don't know why I'm airing that out.
I think
it's your
that's
counselor
relatable
trait coming out.
Yeah. I think that's a relatable feeling though, and that's a feeling that a lot of folks in this group experience.
Randy, you better not be billing me for this hour. Well, and I think that's what's so important, because I think so many times too that as people, we try to front things. We try to put the mask on and life's good, and some people can, some people can't.
Right.
But being able just to talk about it, I'm sure just seeing it for even a couple of seconds could be the weight of the world going off of their shoulders.
Just to know that they're not alone and other people are also experiencing similar things. And it's an opportunity for them to build relationships, friendships with people who are similar.
Right.
Which is also the goal.
It's very true. This is so cool. And so managing finances and stuff. So on top of all the mental side of the 20-somethings, also the realistic side of things. So what's that kind of look like? Just going through budgets?
Or talking about stress with money. So, I think some of the folks in this kind of category may not have employment. And so finances are a big stressor, but employment is a scary thing, and I don't want to get a job because I'm nervous about it. So we talk about, breaking it down into smaller pieces and finding resources, finding ways to build your self-esteem up so that you can make some money and then kind of go from there. But we do talk about like budgeting if need be, and resources for budgeting, those kinds of things.
How do we sign up?
Yeah. So you just call our office. So 618-474-6240. And you say that you want to get started in some services, so you'd be scheduled for an intake appointment. And then you tell that therapist that you're just interested in this group.
Perfect. Yeah. Rachel, thank you so much for stopping by. We'll take a quick break on this Thursday morning. It is the 13th day of March. Coming up, this weekend is the St. Patrick's Day pub crawl.
Yeah.
And I've got to be on my best behavior because last year was not a good sign.
Not a good time.
It was a very good time,
but just
it was not good for it. Thank God we don't have TMZ in this community.
That's good. That is good.
All I know is that we're going to be talking to Johnson's Corner in just a couple of seconds. We'll take a quick break, but I do highly encourage you to let your 20-somethings know that if they're struggling out there, to please look into the 20-somethings group, which is Thursdays, 3:30 to 4:30 p.m. and the third floor of the Psychological Services at OSF. If I do get paid to talk. And just make sure that you complete that intake form. We'll take a quick break. More Daily Show next.
Have a rash, pink eye, or urinary tract infection and need care now? OSF On-Call Urgent Care is here to treat you. Start a virtual visit 24/7, whenever and wherever you need it. It's just that easy. OSFOnCall.org/virtual visit.
Has free checking become a thing of the past? Not if Liberty has anything to say about it. With 3 free personal checking options and even a free business checking account, free is alive and well at Liberty Bank. The local bank that gives you free checking choices and more cashing in your pocket. Bank locally, bank Liberty. For more information, visit www.bankliberty.com.
I set the thermostat so my house would be warm when I got home from work, but the kitchen is still cool.
At Barrett Heating and Cooling, we stand behind every Linux system we sell.
My dealer said he'd take care of everything.
At Barrett Heating and Cooling, we understand everyone wants prompt, professional service.
Turns out it wasn't my furnace after all, just a little something blocking the vent.
Pretty smart dog if you ask me. For service you can count on, call Barrett Heating and Cooling.
Lennox. Innovation never felt so good. Brant Walker knows how to get results for Alton because he's done it. As Mayor Brant froze the property tax levy and balanced the budget, his economic development policy stimulated $116 million in private capital investment. Community policing and increased resources for public safety led to a decrease in crime. And under Brant Walker's leadership, Alton secured more than $10 million in extra grant funds for infrastructure and park improvements. Move Alton forward with Brant Walker.
Macias Insurance Agency, providing quality products with extremely competitive prices. As an independent provider, we source multiple companies to offer the best rates possible, covering auto, home, business, and life insurance. Our goal is to provide quality service that meets and exceeds customer expectations. You can rest easy knowing the Macias team is working round the clock to ensure that both you and the most important parts of your life are covered. Our qualified professionals make the insurance process easy so you can live carefree and focus on what matters most. Visit MaciasInsuranceAgency.com today to find out what our team can do for you.
You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nasello on RiverBender.com.
9:49, a little bit of change on this Thursday morning. Welcome back. You will not know who I am on Saturday, so let's just get that out of the way now. Johnson's Corner, St. Patrick's Day fun right around the corner. Nash, Cathy, how are we doing today?
Good.
So, it couldn't be St. Patrick's Day without Johnson's Corner, and you guys are already starting the corned beef and cabbage.
We are. We started cooking a couple days ago, and we're still going.
How long does that take you?
Well, we got close to 500 pounds, so we cook it all.
See, now I got a question. Is it one of those where it's does it become a chore after 500 pounds? I've always wanted to ask you that because that's if I had to cook 500 pounds, I'd be in an insane asylum somewhere.
I'll tell you what. After St. Patty's Day, I don't eat corned beef.
Well, right now too, man, people are bragging about the Reuben pizza. Everyone's loving that again.
Oh yeah, that's Pizza of the Month. We do it every year. Pizza of the Month for March.
Really cool. And coming down the pipeline, Saturday's the pub crawl. And you guys, what time are you opening?
We're going to open at 10 this year for pub crawl. Not too sure what time the buses will be around, but I know around 2 o'clock they'll be moving around Alton downtown, coming uptown to us. It's
going to be a really good day, and I know that there's going to be so many people that are out there and celebrating, and also, just kind of in a way celebrating. I hate to bring it up, but your dad too, and Jimmy. This is his day, man, and I'm so bittersweet to be having you guys in the studio, but the tradition doesn't stop, and you guys are doing a great job.
Yep, Nash is carrying it on.
You really are, man, and I'm excited to be a part of it, and I know there's so many people are too. But Monday. The big one.
That's the big one.
That's the big one.
The real day was Jimmy's big day.
Well, and now, are we still going to do the photo and stuff? Are we going to have some fun out there?
Oh, we're going to have fun. I'm not going to have green beard and everything like my dad. That's
you still got to, yeah.
That's his stick. That's on him. So
he'll still have his hat.
That's right.
I'll make sure everybody's having a good time out there.
I'm excited for Monday. And now, what are we eating Monday?
Eating Monday, corned beef and cabbage still. but we also got some Irish stew that we're cooking up. That's really good.
Oh, that stuff's good.
And corned beef savory Reuben sandwiches.
You've seen the photo of me eating that stew, haven't you?
Oh yeah.
That was so good, and I don't even remember.
You were really sober that day.
That's fair. That show I think I had a show that morning too. That's when it started. But it really is good. Who does the cooking, or how'd you guys come up with all the food after all these years?
Well, we got a great team. Since my grandpa's been around, we've always had a good team, and they get it done. We all throw in some hands to help, and it all turns out all right.
Really cool. And then the shuttle bus is going to be picking people up, just going back to Saturday and taking folks around town, and you guys are on that route, correct?
Yes, we are.
And what time, do you know the time the bus starts? Because I don't remember.
Not exactly, but they'll be going around 2, I heard.
Okay, perfect. Because that way, we can all spread the love. But I'm telling you, you guys are going to be packed this weekend. It's going to be a fun weekend. And Monday, when do you open? Same time?
We're going to do 10 again.
Really cool.
Yeah, we open on 11 usually, but start the party an hour early.
And logistics, is the parking lot kind of going to be the same spot with gathering and all that too?
Yep. I've got a beer wagon over across the street, so if it's nice out, we're going to party outside too. So
I'm not looking at the forecast yet. I refuse to. It's just spring.
It's supposed to be nice.
Oh, good. Okay. We're hanging in there then?
I think we'll be all right. I think we'll be set for at least Monday.
Good. I love it. Hey, how's life been at Johnson's though? Everything else going pretty good?
We're going good.
How's your catering doing? You guys are kicking ass when it comes to catering, aren't you?
Yeah, we've been doing a lot of caterings lately.
Are you guys booked up for those still?
Yeah, we're pretty booked up.
You can always call and we'll fit you in.
Yep.
I'm just saying, it is Easter season and graduation season and all that fun stuff. And I'm telling you, you guys at the amphitheater, that is a work of art.
Yeah.
You should have seen me that night, Nash.
CJ, I see a lot of nights that I don't.
Okay.
We'll get back to that.
Yeah, we'll be right back. We're going to take a quick break, and we're going to come back, talk more St. Patrick's Day at Johnson's Corner, have some fun on this Thursday morning, and just chat a little bit more in the studio after this.
Hey, would you drop by the pharmacy? My doctor switched my cholesterol medication.
Yeah, will do, honey. I'm glad he's looking out for you.
OSF Healthcare can handle all of your family's primary care needs, including managing chronic conditions. Schedule an appointment today.
What are you doing?
We did our home insurance ourselves, but don't feel protected.
So you're building your own American Family Insurance roof line?
Yeah, life's better when you're protected under American Family's roof.
That's not how it works.
Dad, we'll go. It's gonna hit.
See, that's how it works.
For real protection, save up to 23% by bundling your home and auto with us.
With over 20 years of experience, Wilson's Tree Service has the expertise to handle all of your tree care needs. Licensed and fully insured, their team of experts are dedicated to providing reliable service. Plus, with a 24-hour emergency service line, Wilson's will always be there for you. Don't risk tackling that timber by yourself. Trust the local professionals at Wilson's Tree Service. Visit treeservicealtonil.org to get started today.
No matter the season, Play It Again Sports in Edwardsville has the gear the athletes need to get in the game. Whether you're shopping for the newest sports equipment or saving money on quality used gear, Play It Again Sports carries what you need to maximize performance to get the most out of every swing, kick, stroke, or shot. We'll even buy your used goods, paying cash on the spot. We carry all the gear for all the sports all year long. We're your hometown sporting goods store. Play It Again Sports, conveniently located at 4 Club Center Court in Edwardsville. Picture This and More has been a trusted name in the Alton community for more than 30 years, with the last 3 being right here on Broadway. We specialize in quality framing at affordable prices. We also feature works by local artists because we're proud of our community. If you have valued treasures to display and preserve, we're sure to have the perfect fit with our large selection of custom framing and display options. Whatever color, shape, or size, Picture This and More has the look you need. Stop by today and let us help you with your next project.
Village Dispensary has the best deals in Godfrey, Illinois with specials 5 days a week. Mondays roll in the week with 20 to 30% off select pre-rolls. Tasty Tuesdays, enjoy 20 to 30% off select edibles. Waxy Wednesdays, enjoy 20 to 30% off select concentrate and vape brands. Thirsty Thursdays, sip and save with 20 to 30% off all drinks. Flower Friday, grab like 3.5 gram flower deals starting at just $20. Village Dispensary, come meet your best buds.
You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nasello on RiverBender.com.
What they try to say, you were always there for me.
That someday will be on Saturday when you are having fun with the St. Patrick's Day Pub. I found a way to tie that in. I knew I would. I tied the song in to what we were talking, things they teach you in broadcasting school that I didn't go to. You can have some fun this weekend at Johnson's Corner, but also all day on Monday. This is going to be, I know people that are taking Tuesday off.
Yeah, I believe it.
I might be in bed Tuesday.
Rightfully so. Getting back to your team this year, who's cooking the corned beef and cabbage?
Johnny and Pauline.
And Pauline, she was worked for you guys a long time ago, didn't she?
Yeah, for years.
That's
she
cool.
Did, yes, Deb retired this year. And then Johnny's been working with us for 7 years and doing a good job and working hard at it.
I heard that he's ready to cook another 500 pounds. He said, bring it on.
If I told him to do it, he'd do it.
He probably would. I mean, you have a great team over there.
They're hard workers.
Are you guys still hiring for any positions or anything like that?
We're doing all right now.
Okay.
But, things are always changing.
It's true.
People got other plans in life, so.
Yeah. Well, and it's really neat because you guys from top to bottom, you start the morning off at lunch and you got the folks coming in and you got your lunch crowd and then throughout the night. I mean, you guys really have a good staff right now. They're kicking ass, taking names.
They're good.
Our girls up front and Addie, can't forget about Addie.
Yeah.
They push food out. They're doing a good job.
Yep.
Really are.
The pizza maker, the dishwasher, everybody makes it happen. So
that's cool, and it's good
Yeah.
for the people to know a little bit about your guys' team too.
Yeah.
Well, and I do want to say something. The last time I am due to hit a jackpot at Johnson's Corner. I am due.
Okay.
I filled every pothole within a 5-mile radius the last few weeks, so I'm going to wait till St. Patrick's Day to celebrate with you guys on this.
It'll be a little juiced up by then.
I always wait.
I know what you're doing.
I'm waiting for Brian. I'm waiting for Brad to go over there and
fill it up for you.
Yeah. I'm waiting for the people with the real money. That's what I'm waiting on. But so getting back, how much is food going to be on Monday and all that stuff? Do we know yet?
We got the dinner for corned beef and cabbage is around $16, and the stew I believe is $7. Yeah. If you come and it's not that, don't yell at me.
Yell at CJ for asking the question. No, but around there, just so people can ballpark it a little bit. And are you taking reservations for corned beef and cabbage? Like, do you do that in advance?
We can do that, yes.
Really cool, because I know last year I got yelled at because my aunt on my mom's side was wanting to get some corned beef, and I dropped the ball and forgot to give her, tell her who to call. She said, who has the best? And I said Johnson's, but it was after you guys were sold out.
Yeah.
Yep, we did sell out last year.
Are you doing I feel like, don't you guys sell it every year? Close to?
Just about,
yeah.
Love it.
We make sure we make plenty.
So, Saturday, what time do you guys stay open till?
Oh. Till the party stops.
It's over.
Till it's over. Fair. And then on Monday, same kind of thing?
Same thing. I might not be there that late, though. We'll see how far I make it.
I definitely won't be there that late. I start strong and I finish very early in the night by 8:30 and I'm passed out.
You're in it for the race.
That's right. Getting in there today, what's the special? What's on the menu today?
For today, it's Thursday.
Today's kebab special tonight. Comes with rice and 2 sides.
There you go.
Yep.
And then fish on Friday?
Fish Friday.
Hell yes. There we go. And then are you guys doing any other events coming down or catering anything coming up the public can be a part of?
Not that.
Because the amphitheater's still a couple of...
Yeah, we still do the amphitheater.
Nothing really for the public, but...
just private venues.
Events.
Yeah.
See, I just think someone should call and say, hey, I'm going to drop you guys $10,000 and I want to feed just anybody that comes up to, whatever part of town today. That'd be fun.
Yeah.
Sounds like a miniature St. Patty's Day.
That's true, too. With that being said, you guys' preparations are already underway. St. Patrick's Day fun will be this Saturday, and then, of course, you can stop by on Sunday. You guys will still be open. Any specials, son? Is it the same specials all through Monday, or...?
It'll be our same...
same specials.
Cool.
Yep.
Really cool. And don't forget your 2 pounds of cheese.
That's right.
Don't forget that.
Don't forget the cheese.
With that being said, too, I highly encourage you, stop by Johnson's Corner, 10 a.m. on Saturday. I'll be there with my tent. I'm going to set up around 6 a.m. No need to. I just like to show some effort. And then by Monday, I'll still be there, too, having some fun.
All week, baby.
All week.
We'll see you there and link it all on right up on RiverBender.com. 2 big days. Saturday for all of Alton, and then Monday, well, that's Johnson's Corner's day right there. That's St. Patrick's Day, and we're going to have some fun with some corned beef cabbage, some Irish stew, correct?
Yes, sir.
I almost said Scottish stew and almost got beat up.
Yeah,
and we'll have some more fun. Thank you guys for stopping by. This was great.
Yep, I appreciate you having us.
10:02, we'll take a quick break. Steve Pegram, Got Faith, is waiting outside for me, so we'll talk to him, and then we'll see what else happens on a Thursday and see if I can stay out of jail after this.
Oh no, another bad headache?
Yeah.
Maybe it's time to see your doctor.
OSF Healthcare can handle all of your family's primary care needs, including diagnosing health issues or referring you to a specialist. Schedule an appointment today.
No matter the season, Play It Again Sports in Edwardsville has the gear the athletes need to get in the game. Whether you're shopping for the newest sports equipment or saving money on quality used gear, Play It Again Sports carries what you need to maximize performance to get the most out of every swing, kick, stroke, or shot. We'll even buy your used goods, paying cash on the spot. We carry all the gear for all the sports all year long. We're your hometown sporting goods store. Play It Again Sports, conveniently located at 4 Club Center Court in Edwardsville.
Yo, what up? It's Mike Keith, the proud graduate of Lewis and Clark Community College. I got my start in broadcasting and now I work all over the country. I discovered my path in media, but I could have been an electrician. Or I could have been a nurse.
Maybe not.
Get paid to go solar.
We're not solar bros. At Grid, we're solar pros. We explain the process behind solar power so you can make an informed decision. We'll work with you to make owning your power as simple as possible and affordable with zero down financing and payment options. Our only goal is to save you money. Call Grid when you're ready to be independent of the power company.
Looking for the best barbecue in Madison County? Head over to Carver's Barbecue in Godfrey, Illinois. From loaded barbecue nachos to mouth-watering pulled pork, brisket, ribs, and more, Carver's serves up award-winning flavors you'll love. Family-owned, Carver's is all about fresh, made in-house dishes served daily. Come visit us at 2716 Groveland in Godfrey, or give us a call at 618-467-9999. Order online, get it catered, or stop by for the best smoked meats around. Where great flavors meet family tradition, you'll find Carver's Barbecue.
Since 1993, Sparks Junk Removal is always adapting to the needs of our clients. That is why we now offer weekly trash pickup for selected areas. Plus, we offer driveway-safe rubber-tired dumpster rental. Give us a call today at 618-781-1407 or visit us at sparksjunkremoval.net.
You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nasello on RiverBender.com.
Have a rash, pink eye, or urinary tract infection and need care now? OSF On-Call Urgent Care is here to treat you. Start a virtual visit 24/7, whenever and wherever you need it. It's just that easy. osfoncall.org/virtual visit.
Has free checking become a thing of the past? Not if Liberty has anything to say about it. With 3 free personal checking options and even a free business checking account, free is alive and well at Liberty Bank, the local bank that gives you free checking choices and more cashing in your pocket. Bank locally, bank Liberty. For more information, visit www.bankliberty.com.
We'll take you right to a brief news brief. We have a busy 10 o'clock hour. We'll take you right to Dupo first. Sign up for that daily email update where you can join myself and 70,000 people in the know. A Dupo man, Kalen T-List, faces serious charges, including first-degree murder after an extensive investigation by the Illinois State Police into the disappearance of Eric Grindstaff, charged on March the 3rd with multiple offenses, including aggravated kidnapping and concealing a homicidal death. Grindstaff was reported missing in June 2021, prompting authorities to investigate List's home, where human remains were discovered in a concealed vehicle. List, currently incarcerated in South Dakota on a federal weapons charge, awaits extradition to St. Clair County to face these new allegations as this case unfolds. Also in the news, Nafir Ojeda Elenas, a 33-year-old man from California, has been sentenced to 228 months in the federal prison for trafficking fentanyl to the Metro East region following his guilty plea to a conspiracy and distribution charge, as U.S. Attorney Stephen Weinhoft condemned Ojeda Elenas' actions as devastating threat to families and communities. He conspired to bring 7 kilograms of fentanyl into the area, with just 2 milligrams being lethal. The DEA's Michael Davis emphasized the danger of introducing over 500,000 lethal doses into southern Illinois. Another co-conspirator, Mariano Perez, is set to appear in court on the 20th of March. Finally in the news today, Alton City Council voted to table a TIF agreement for a parking lot expansion at a proposed tattoo parlor, Bluebird Tattoo, owned by Kyle Holker. The decision follows the public outcry that followed. Critics argue that using taxpayer funds to support his business is inappropriate, while supporters were defending him against what they claim were baseless rumors. You can see the full video on RiverBender.com. Council members acknowledge the need for further consideration before making that final decision, with the matter likely to be revisited in the future. Alderman Strable did introduce the measure at committee of the whole and then moved to table it after the public comment. That was our final recap of that article. Let's take a look at weather. 59 degrees in downtown Alton, and it's going to be an interesting day today and tomorrow, so just kind of bear with us here as we kind of just play a guessing game. It's going to reach 75 today and drop down to 54 overnight, and then that chance of dangerous weather tomorrow, just kind of waiting to see where that line goes into play. Temperatures will reach 82 degrees tomorrow, drop down to 54 overnight. On Saturday, a high of 65, a low of 34 degrees, and on Sunday, a high of 47 and a low of 27 degrees. On Monday, a high of 70 and a low of 43. Spring is here in the 618. That's a look at the next 5 days. Here's what's happening now, my friends. It is 59 degrees in downtown Alton. It feels like 66 out there, humidity at 70%. For time and temperature throughout the day, 618-465-4545. A quick break, but before we do that, let's take a look at downtown Alton, and we'll come back with more Daily Show right after this in the heart of the 618.
Back to you, you're bound to get what you deserve. Try and test that, you're bound to get served. Love's what I got, don't start a riot. You feel it when the dance gets hot. Loving is what I got. I said remember that. Loving is what I got.
Oh no, another bad headache?
Yeah.
Maybe it's time to see your doctor.
OSF Healthcare can handle all of your family's primary care needs, including diagnosing health issues or referring you to a specialist. Schedule an appointment today.
No matter the season, Play It Again Sports in Edwardsville has the gear the athletes need to get in the game. Whether you're shopping for the newest sports equipment or saving money on quality used gear, Play It Again Sports carries what you need to maximize performance to get the most out of every swing, kick, stroke, or shot. We'll even buy your used goods, paying cash on the spot. We carry all the gear for all the sports all year long. We're your hometown sporting goods store. Play It Again Sports, conveniently located at 4 Club Center Court in Edwardsville.
Yo, what up? It's Mike Keith, the proud graduate of Lewis and Clark Community College. I got my start in broadcasting and now I work all over the country. I discovered my path in media, but I could have been an electrician. Or I could have been a nurse.
Maybe not.
Get paid to go solar.
We're not solar bros. At Grid, we're solar pros. We explain the process behind solar power so you can make an informed decision. We'll work with you to make owning your power as simple as possible and affordable with zero down financing and payment options. Our only goal is to save you money. Call Grid when you're ready to be independent of the power company.
Looking for the best barbecue in Madison County? Head over to Carver's Barbecue in Godfrey, Illinois. From loaded barbecue nachos to mouth-watering pulled pork, brisket, ribs, and more, Carver's serves up award-winning flavors you'll love. Family-owned, Carver's is all about fresh, made in-house dishes served daily. Come visit us at 2716 Groveland in Godfrey, or give us a call at 618-467-9999. Order online, get it catered, or stop by for the best smoked meats around. Where great flavors meet family tradition, you'll find Carver's Barbecue.
Since 1993, Sparks Junk Removal is always adapting to the needs of our clients. That is why we now offer weekly trash pickup for selected areas. Plus, we offer driveway-safe rubber-tired dumpster rental. Give us a call today at 618-781-1407 or visit us at sparksjunkremoval.net.
You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nasello on RiverBender.com.
Put your arms around me, baby. Put your arms around me, baby.
10:13, little bit of change. State of the race coverage continues with the Mayor of South Roxana, TJ Callahan. How are you feeling, man?
I'm doing great, CJ. Just recovering, as you know.
Yeah.
It's been a rough week and a half. Unexpected surgery, that was kind of crazy.
Well, I'm just going to be honest here, and I normally don't say that. What's crazy is the South Roxana race that's going on right now, man. And I just things that I've followed and the multiple races that we're covering. It just seems like it's kind of getting a little wonky over there, and it has for quite some time. And I have taken my fair share of brunt, I think, in this in some way, shape, or form. But that's okay. You are running for re-election.
Yes.
You were appointed the mayor less than 2 years ago.
2 years ago, yeah.
And now here we are.
Yeah, and the biggest thing is too, CJ, that as well as anything is, you cannot control social media, right? And you see what's going on. Everybody else sees what's going on. So it's just nice to be able to actually come on record and state facts. You know what I mean?
Well, and there was and that's the case too. And it's one of those where you guys don't have a huge population. So a race could be decided by a certain amount of votes. And now with it this year, you're the only name on the ballot, but your opponent's running as a write-in, correct?
That is correct.
And why is that?
So, not to go into detail, but as well, you have got to fill out your proper packets correctly. And if your packets are not correctly filled out, as well as I do, they don't get certified. So
it's true. Well, and I guess let's dive right into this, because a couple of months ago we did an article about the village that was being sued by a trustee over a FOIA request. And, there was so much going on and back and forth on social media. It was hard to kind of follow, for me anyway, because I'm not the news team upstairs, to really follow this story. So I just want your perspective on this. Take me through the course of events.
Yeah, so the trustee, who is my opponent, sued and never once requested records of the board meeting, the staff, throughout Attorney's General office, which would have been free. You know what I mean? Instead, she filed a lawsuit, and it cost the village unnecessary money.
Well, and so what was the lawsuit about, TJ? I mean, that's what I'm curious. I mean, just so I kind of know as well, what led to that? Was it just was it like a private thing? What led to the FOIA?
It was using fake names, emails, FOIA requests, and that's really what really brings up my concerns behind the lawsuit and the integrity of my opponent. My opponent also has come out publicly admitted to creating more fake Facebook accounts and bashing the governing board, which they set on. Like, that is very concerning.
Wait, what? Hold on. I know that you prepared some remarks and all that because you have your notes, but I want to kind of go off of that real quick because so there was a fake Facebook page for South Roxana?
There is fake, not necessarily a fake Facebook page.
I'm being serious here. I mean, I'm just trying to wrap my head around this.
But there are fake. My opponent created a fake Facebook name bashing the town and the governing board and admitted to it. That is very concerning to me. And it publicly admitted that.
Is it not against your code or your ordinances? Like, is there no...
There's no ordinances, and unfortunately in social media, you're allowed to do that.
Huh, okay. Well, how'd you guys kind of combat that? Because that's what I'm curious about, man. And I'm not trying to be a jerk here, but it's, to me, it doesn't matter who you are. When you're a smaller village, I mean, you can't create another New York City Facebook page.
That's right.
But it's pretty easy to start smaller, regional ones. Like it could be a South Roxana, it could even be a Hartford. Just depending on the size, if you want to look at it that way.
Sure. I mean, we're actually bigger than Roxana.
Right.
You know what I mean? But I will say this.
It's baffling.
It is baffling. But I will say this. Kudos to the Riverbender. You all helped us tremendously with the getting the website up.
Oh, yeah, they did do the website.
Everything now is on the website. You
That's
don't
right.
have to go on pages that people create and so forth. You can go right on the website and get exactly all the information that you need.
Well, and that's what I wanted to to ask you about too, because you really have been trying. You had some projects like the senior center and now the website, which I completely forgot about, which is brand new and updated.
Yes.
But going back to these FOIA requests, what starts them? Is it because there's rumors going around, so you get one or two people that kind of do it, or is it one person that was filing the same request? That's what I want to kind of keep. I just want to ask real quick, just to make sure I'm hearing this correctly.
Mm-hmm. So going back to the FOIA request, we get numerous fake accounts.
Yeah.
It's hard. I will tell you this, with the limited staff that we've spent significant time in trying to fulfill them. So I actually pulled record, just an example, in 2023, we had one FOIA. Okay. In 2024, we are up to 276 FOIAs.
What?
Exactly.
Whoa, hold on. That's for South. How many people live in your town? And I'm not being funny.
No,
or your village?
I know. It's crazy, right? I think we have 2,000, 1,800, 2,000 people.
God.
So
how much does that cost you? I mean, that's what, and this is where I go into it, because I don't care. Listen, TJ, you're my friend, and I think that's great. Everyone knows that. But the problem is, if you do something wrong, my job in the media is to call you out.
That's
if
right.
someone FOIAs you and all of a sudden, wow, there is some bad stuff going on, well, I got to at least have you on the show if you want and talk about it, because that's my job. However, on the flip side of that, and this is where it kind of got nasty the last time with, people kind of insinuating that, I didn't send something to St. Louis media. I'm not the gatekeeper of news, number one. Number two, these FOIA requests, though, on the back end can bankrupt a city and a village.
Absolutely.
Because you have to keep expending these resources to match those FOIA requests. And when you have an inundation of them, you, number one, don't have a huge office. You don't have all this team manpower to get it done. So it slows down everything, too.
You're exactly right. And it goes right back. So just like prime example, the clerk does the water. She does the bookkeeping, other administrative roles, and now in 1 year, and she hasn't even been there a year because we had our other clerk leave.
Yeah.
I mean, you're talking 276. So you're
That's
more
incredible.
or less burdensome on another person to where it's like, okay, now I'm going to have to go even further to look at trying to get help when it doesn't need to be.
Right. Well, and two, I think it for you guys to grow and for any town to grow, you can't have this litigation. It's one thing to, I guess it's not okay, but it's one thing to do it just as a campaign thing, and we're gonna look into this and we're gonna get them and all. But whenever you start really wasting the resources and tax dollars, I think that's where it comes a little bit different. And if you're telling me, listen, on record, there's 276, do you think they're all from the same person?
I don't want to go into assumption because I can't do that. But I will tell you this, as we look into it, all the FOIA requests, and we talk about the lawsuit, we only had one lawsuit out of all 276, and that was from my opponent.
Oh, no. See, moving on. Okay, yeah. I want to do, on top of this all, you had to deal with, at one point in time, outside of the election, St. Louis News coming over. I mean, you had, I forgot who. Was it Elliot that came over before he retired?
Elliot called me 2 times. There was another guy on Channel 4.
But they did a story on you, didn't you?
They did.
And so I wanted to ask you about this because it's kind of a crisis thing. And for the folks that maybe don't understand how what was going on as your time as mayor, you had multiple St. Louis media agencies calling you for, I hate to say it, but it was shaping up to be a hit piece.
Oh, 100%.
And just from the way that I was kind of following along, and just from my couple of just looks at an email, I could see it just shaping out that way. And now on the flip side of it, and this is where people might say CJ's biased, but I mean, they went out there and they interviewed you. You were put on the spot.
Yep.
And how did that interview turn out?
It turned out they found out that it was false. Were there situations that happened? Yes. That was way before my time, and it was nothing but a political avenue against somebody else, which is very unfortunate. You know what I mean? Because we are all in this community to make it better. But it was just a go after transition political run to try to stomp on somebody, you know.
Well, and going back to that too, your opponent, because now write-in, and this is where I kind of wanted to circle back, because this is dangerous for an incumbent. And I'm going to tell you, because no matter what, the moment your opponent's off the ballot, hands are going up.
Oh, God.
I'm sorry.
And it has been all over social media. It's my fault.
I might, and I know you, but I mean, that's, if I'm a voter, I'm going, whoa, why are you kicking your opponent off the ballot? But let's talk about this a little bit, because you said that there were some issues with the paperwork, and then there was some legal action taken, correct, on this. And what was the conversation? What did that look like? That legal action that followed in those conversations.
Yeah, so we actually had a third party, our village attorney,
okay,
and my opponent's attorney actually went to Madison County and got another set of eyes on this.
Wow.
Oh yeah. So could I have went right in as me being the mayor? Yes, but I wanted to step back to show the people in the town how serious this is. And on record, that gentleman flat out said that South Roxana would be in a whirlwind of storm if they proceeded forward with this. Now, this is a third-party person. So this is not TJ Callahan. This is not anybody else on the board. This is not either lawyer. This is somebody that both lawyers agreed on to say this same thing. So if the people in South Roxana really hone in and see that, that raises a big red flag. And it's been posted on social media. You can hear it firsthand from that gentleman's mouth. I'm looking what's best for our village. And that's my job.
Well, and now how much did it, I mean, again, because you're a small village and it's part of your budget, how much does that cost you at the end of the day?
Yeah. So altogether with the whole lawsuit, we're probably looking right around $25,000 to $30,000. My opponent got $10,000, and then we had to pay our lawyer fees, which was $15,000, which goes right back to what I was telling you, that when the records of the board meeting, the staff, and everything went through, it all would have been free through the Attorney General. That's a true statement.
Wow. Okay. Well, the other thing that's been going on lately too has been this, issue with the police. I hate to use the word issue, but in campaigns, that's kind of what that's the term. Their issues or their situations. And there's been some accusations about, some hidden pay for your chief of police, which is Bob Coles, correct? Is that, and I got to ask you, and this is serious, because I know that, there's been a lot going on, and I, needless to say, but when you start talking hidden pay and you start throwing that stuff out, it's not just that's not just a conversation. That's potentially legal action and a lot of money that's coming back. So can you clarify this? Is there? I would hope that. I don't know how to ask it any clearer. Is there any hidden pay going to Bob Coles?
No, not at all. And I really do believe that is the very frustrating part of it. He wears many hats. We don't have the funding to pay for a city administrator and a police chief and public works director and all this stuff, right?
Yeah.
We don't have that. So he wears many hats. And just like you talk about, and anybody else that is in corporate America, when inflation goes up, costs go up.
Okay.
So when we discuss this with the board, and again, this is not TJ Callahan, the board makes the decision.
Right.
Okay? I don't make the decision. My opponent just keeps hammering how, Bob's getting 5 pension, he's doing this. He's got one. He gets one paycheck and he gets a stipend. And that stipend is clearly the difference of like you would have, just like you did, when you've got initial increase.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And it's frustrating. And the board decides that, not TJ.
Well, and that's a good clarifier, and it brings me to kind of that next point is there's been a lot of complaints about maybe I would say some bias, because there's some folks that maybe say, well, there's some hoops I got to jump through to I don't know, speak my mind at a meeting, do X, Y, and Z to have conversations. And, as somebody that follows this enough, I kind of know how the meeting rules work and just kind of what the process is for a lot of other municipalities. And you can't just show up and speak it. You have to, request time and do those things. But, for you to clarify today too, for the people that are going, hey, you know what? I don't understand this. Why do I have to sign up in advance? Why can't I just come as a taxpayer and tell you how I feel? I wanted to kind of touch on that too, because I think that's, I don't want to say uninformed, but I think the disconnect sometimes is just not understanding the process.
As far as I kind of
signing up, because people are, we're saying, needing to speak at board meetings or, all of that stuff. And, they're processes, TJ, but is it one of those things where it's just not being as informed on how the process works? I mean, what is the process for South Roxana for residents to air their thoughts to you, to boards, to you name it?
So a big part of it is communication. That's why I wanted to get this website. We've not had a website. They can actually go on the website now. Thank you to the Riverbender again for signing complaints and doing things, right? Yeah. But my door is always open. But if you want to speak at a meeting, all you have to do is call the village clerk, sign your name up, and then we give you 3 minutes to speak. It's not a time for us to say, okay, we're going to fix this right now, but it gives everybody the opportunity. And I will back up real quick just to add on Bob's pay, since everybody keeps talking about that and bringing that up. It has been out there numerous thousand times on social media. If you look around the other municipalities, Bob is actually making between $20,000 and $25,000 less.
Wow.
A year than all the other chiefs, and the other chiefs hold one job. Bob's doing 4.
That's another good point. That's a very good point. Let's talk about we have a couple more minutes, so let's talk about the infrastructure and some of the projects that you've been doing. I mean, we talked about the senior center and all that good stuff, and I think that's wonderful. But let's talk about, and we've discussed it a couple of times on the show, you guys don't get the huge funding that other cities and municipalities do. So how do you guys fund your road and street repairs?
So we work really hard on that, right? That's one thing that my opponent is working on, and I have the numbers here. Probably when we get back from break, we can really break those down here in just a minute. But, we try to push the grants. We try to get what we can. But what people don't understand is yes, there's grants out there, and there's this much money. But you have a ton of people coming after all that. It's all the same pie. It's not like, hey, we're going to do that. That's why I'm very thankful that we do get the chip and rock. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because at least every year we are getting that small base to put down.
Well, and when it comes to it, why does it get so expensive? I mean, because you do know a little bit about this just in your background. Why does it get so damn expensive when it comes to
Well, the problem is and this is what I hope people really understand. It's not just replacing the roads. You've got all the old infrastructure underneath there. You've got old water pipes. You've got electrical. You've got gas stuff that may need to be run. You can't just say, hey, I'm going to layer out this road for $50,000 because then next week, if a pipe breaks or something goes on there, you're digging it right up. So you've got to figure out, hey, how do I transition all this new piping, all of this infrastructure underneath? So when we go to lay that down, then you know what? We have got a security blanket praying that nothing else goes wrong in that area and then move next, right? I mean, that is the proper logic of doing that. And unfortunately, I'm here to tell everybody that we don't have $50 million. And when we get back, I'll break that down for you. I have those numbers for you to break that down. It's impossible to do that. So for my opponent to say, oh, we're going to fix roads and do all this, how? How? You've been under infrastructure for 2 years. You haven't done anything. We don't have the money to do it.
It's a good point, TJ. I mean, it really is. So how would a village pay for it?
Exactly. Well, I'll tell you whenever we get back.
Oh.
I've got the whole breakdown, and we'll go right through that.
So what we'll do is we'll take a quick break. We'll come back with the breakdown on all that, and then I'll give you a time for some closing thoughts.
Yeah.
And just like always, too, because I think that sometimes people think that I don't have an open door policy. My door is open for your opponent as well.
Absolutely.
And I just want to make that known, too, because I think sometimes I get kind of smoked for, being biased. And I'm not the door. It just, you come on the show and you like to talk to the people, and I appreciate that, TJ, very much. So we'll come back with the breakdown of some of the payouts and some of those numbers. We'll come back with closing thoughts, and we got Faith still coming up next.
Have a rash, pink eye, or urinary tract infection and need care now? OSF On Call Urgent Care is here to treat you. Start a virtual visit 24/7, whenever and wherever you need it. It's just that easy. OSFOnCall.org/virtual visit.
Has free checking become a thing of the past? Not if Liberty has anything to say about it. With 3 free personal checking options and even a free business checking account, free is alive and well at Liberty Bank. The local bank that gives you free checking choices and more cashing in your pocket. Bank locally, bank Liberty. For more information, visit www.bankliberty.com.
I set the thermostat so my house would be warm when I got home from work, but the kitchen is still cool.
At Barrett Heating and Cooling, we stand behind every Linux system we sell.
My dealer said he'd take care of everything.
At Barrett Heating and Cooling, we understand everyone wants prompt, professional service.
Turns out it wasn't my furnace after all, just a little something blocking the vent.
Pretty smart dog if you ask me. For service you can count on, call Barrett Heating and Cooling.
Lennox. Innovation never felt so good.
Brant Walker knows how to get results for Alton because he's done it. As Mayor Brant froze the property tax levy and balanced the budget, his economic development policy stimulated $116 million in private capital investment. Community policing and increased resources for public safety led to a decrease in crime. And under Brant Walker's leadership, Alton secured more than $10 million in extra grant funds for infrastructure and park improvements. Move Alton forward with Brant Walker.
Macias Insurance Agency, providing quality products with extremely competitive prices. As an independent provider, we source multiple companies to offer the best rates possible, covering auto, home, business, and life insurance. Our goal is to provide quality service that meets and exceeds customer expectations. You can rest easy knowing the Macias team is working round the clock to ensure that both you and the most important parts of your life are covered. Our qualified professionals make the insurance process easy so you can live carefree and focus on what matters most. Visit MaciasInsuranceAgency.com today to find out what our team can do for you.
You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nasello on RiverBender.com.
When it's time for leaving, I hope you'll understand that I was born a rambling man. My father was a gambler down in
Sorry, we have like 18,000 people outside the studio, right? It is incredible.
It is awesome.
We've had a busy show all day long and just a busy, busy thing. Coming up, Got Faith joins us to close out our show today. We are back with the Mayor of South Roxana, TJ Callahan, as I am trying to keep my sanity today. TJ, State of the Race coverage continues. And, getting back into, this whole road question. So, you know what? Let's start with the bond payment first. Let's
Okay.
go into that because I know you wanted to break down the numbers, and I do have some questions about roads and those processes. But you know what? This is it because I think before we go into numbers, it'd be good to talk about why some of these things get so expensive, and then some of the committees because man, it's tough, and it's one of those things where people might see that budget start to decrease because you got 3 or 4 projects. So what is the cost of a typical road repair for you guys in South Roxana? And why, again, do things become so expensive?
Yeah, so one of the things that we'll talk about is the motor fuel tax, right? The MFT. So unlike newer towns, our roads were, originally built and based. And what I want to get into and really understand, and this is what I broke this down, is the bond payment that you were discussing.
I'm glad I asked the first question.
Yes. The village issues a 30-year municipal bond at 4% interest rate.
Okay.
That estimated cost would be $71.5 million.
Wow.
Okay.
Oh.
So if you're looking at that, and you just break that down in a year, that's roughly $4 million a year.
Ooh.
On what? A $1.1 million budget.
Right.
It does not work.
Right.
The math is not there.
Right. That's true.
So what we do is that from that motor fuel tax, also we get from the population of South Roxana. Okay. So in essence, if I live in South Roxana because I cannot afford to live in Palm Beach Lakes or Edwardsville. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like I can't afford that, right?
No one can right now.
But that's my point, right? We would have to raise each body's taxes by like $5,000 and $6,000. So instead of you paying $1,500 or $2,000, you could pay $6,000 or $7,000, and we would be able to fund that money. Okay. It's not feasible.
That's adding another rent.
Exactly. It'd never happen, right? It'd never happen. That's why we have the oil and chip of where we're at. So if South Roxana funds are $71.5 million infrastructure through property taxes, and I broke this down for per household. I don't know if you can see this or not, but it's $5,466,000.
Can I see that?
So so your monthly increase is $500 a month.
That's what I thought. I said another
house payment.
It's another rent.
So there's no changing this. There's no foo-barring numbers. There's, you know what I mean? Like this is exactly what it is. So if South Roxana matched, right? Like took 50% and matched that, you're talking that we would have to have a bond agreement at $2 million.
Right.
On what? A $1.1 million project on a $1.1 million budget.
Yeah.
It does not work. The math is not there.
I agree with you on that.
So please explain when my opponent wants to continue to run on this. I can't tell everybody we're going to have the best of roads in 10 years. That's impossible to even say. It doesn't work that way.
Well, and TJ, it's great that you bring that up and good to inform us all. And, it's been great talking with you for the last 30 minutes.
Yeah.
But, this cycle, especially for you guys in South Roxana, and it's just amazing that things can get so nasty. Let's talk about some of the positive stuff.
Yeah.
What are some of the positive things going on in South Roxana, and what's your vision kind of just going forward?
Sure. So, and this is great that you bring this up. So the community center being done, okay? I'm going to go on public record again. I never once stated that it was all me. This started back when Beasley was mayor. This started back when Mike Davis was mayor. This started back when Barb was mayor, Barb Overton. Everybody has had a hand in making sure that this has happened. Past board members, Ron Baggett, all them. There has been so many people putting their hands on this. And this is what I love about this community center so much, is it's like everybody is, and I use football as an analogy. CJ, you took it to the 50, Barb took it to the 40, you know what I mean? And then, I scored a touchdown. it's everybody working together. I'm so tired of saying, well, this is what I'm hearing. Oh, he's done all this. He has not done anything.
And see, I got to stop this crap because I'm so tired of everyone saying, I heard this. We are towns of less than 25,000 people. Okay?
Thank you.
And not even saying South Roxana. It's Alton. It's Godfrey. It's all of them. Everyone always has these rumors. Call the person.
Yeah.
And this ain't New York and you're calling Mayor Adams, okay?
Yeah, we're together as a community.
And I'm not doing that to blow smoke. It's every community right now is throwing these rumors out where it's like, well, I heard such and such on Tuesday of last week slipped on a banana peel. Well, I don't know. Call them. It's not that hard.
That's it. And the same thing, my door is always open. So we have the community center, the infrastructure upgrades, including the water line and the sewer lift stations.
Oh, yeah, that's big.
That's huge,
that's
right?
Very big.
So I was, again, a part of that. You know what I mean? But it's not just me. The new village website, that is something that we were pushing very heavy to do.
Yeah.
And again, if anybody out there is looking to get a website, I highly recommend the Riverbender. They do a fantastic job. And thank you again, CJ and the Riverbender for helping us with that.
Just thank them because I have no technical ability.
and then
sorry, don't.
No. Go ahead. No, go ahead.
But what is your vision going forward?
So, my whole vision, and I actually wrote this down. I always say that South Roxana has been a hardworking community, and we've made real progress despite all those challenges, right? And continue on having challenges. But unfortunately, some candidates are more focused on political games than real solutions. Okay? So, just like anything, I want to continue on growth. I want to continue on the opportunity and the vision to make things better. We have park grants that are out there. Mm-hmm. We've got, I'm in the process of trying to get Dollar General upgraded, which is in the process of getting done.
Wonderful.
I'm in the process of trying to work to get another gas station in there. Wendy Floyd, her father Felix, when he was the mayor in Roxana, when I was an auxiliary police officer in Roxana, he's got land on there that she's trying to help the village to help get developed, to get new business and new opportunity and new growth, looking at different areas of annexing property to get new business into our community. That is my main goal and focus, trying to bridge this gap with the Dad's Club to try to help them get upgraded and have opportunity. There is so much more that we can do in our community instead of this.
Let me ask you this then. Are you willing after the election, if all goes well, to put things in the past and move forward for Roxana with your opponent, if she was willing to do the same?
Oh, absolutely. I do that now. Prime example is, and right on social media, politics ain't for the weak. I'm not a politician. I'm a neighbor. I love our community. I want to strive and be successful. That's why that cross is on my campaign. God is my number one priority. God is going to get me through this. If I win the election, I'm going to keep giving 120% into our village. If I don't win and people still need me, I'm still going to give that 120%.
That's cool.
That is what makes the difference.
That's really cool. TJ, best of luck April the 1st.
Thank you.
And we'll take a quick break. We'll link everything in a write-up on RiverBender.com. Got Faith joins us next.
Oh no, another bad headache?
Yeah.
Maybe it's time to see your doctor.
OSF Healthcare can handle all of your family's primary care needs, including diagnosing health issues or referring you to a specialist. Schedule an appointment today.
No matter the season, Play It Again Sports in Edwardsville has the gear the athletes need to get in the game. Whether you're shopping for the newest sports equipment or saving money on quality used gear, Play It Again Sports carries what you need to maximize performance to get the most out of every swing, kick, stroke, or shot. We'll even buy your used goods, paying cash on the spot. We carry all the gear for all the sports all year long. We're your hometown sporting goods store. Play It Again Sports, conveniently located at 4 Club Center Court in Edwardsville.
Yo, what up? It's Mike Keith, the proud graduate of Lewis and Clark Community College. I got my start in broadcasting and now I work all over the country. I discovered my path in media, but I could have been an electrician. Or I could have been a nurse.
Maybe not.
Get paid to go solar.
We're not solar bros. At Grid, we're solar pros. We explain the process behind solar power so you can make an informed decision. We'll work with you to make owning your power as simple as possible and affordable with zero down financing and payment options. Our only goal is to save you money. Call Grid when you're ready to be independent of the power company.
Looking for the best barbecue in Madison County? Head over to Carver's Barbecue in Godfrey, Illinois. From loaded barbecue nachos to mouth-watering pulled pork, brisket, ribs, and more, Carver's serves up award-winning flavors you'll love. Family-owned, Carver's is all about fresh, made in-house dishes served daily. Come visit us at 2716 Groveland in Godfrey, or give us a call at 618-467-9999. Order online, get it catered, or stop by for the best smoked meats around. Where great flavors meet family tradition, you'll find Carver's Barbecue.
Since 1993, Sparks Junk Removal is always adapting to the needs of our clients. That is why we now offer weekly trash pickup for selected areas. Plus, we offer driveway-safe rubber-tired dumpster rental. Give us a call today at 618-781-1407 or visit us at sparksjunkremoval.net.
You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nasello on RiverBender.com.
Welcome back. 10:49, a little bit of change. Wrapping up this Thursday morning with Scott, Faith, Melissa, Sean, and Steve in the studio. Steve, how are you doing today?
Wonderful.
How are y'all doing today?
Well.
Steve, how's life with God, Faith?
Crazy. There's so much going on. Can I just spill it out? The stuff we got going on?
You run down the floor is yours.
All right.
Senator.
And then we've got, that's everything that's going on, and I've got it in order. Today from 11 till 12:30, free lunch. Did I say free? Yeah,
Sure did.
it's free. Free lunch. And it's every second Thursday of every month.
Wonderful.
Free lunch. And today's, I think, ham and beans and cornbread and all that. Also today, Martha's Closet, back in the back, everything's $1. Did I say $1? Holy peppermint sticks. Everything's $1. So make sure you go in there and get, I mean, a lot of Christmas stuff and everything.
There's a ton of Christmas stuff in there.
Yeah. And also, I just thought of this on the way. So, if you go in there today, listen to me, folks. If you go in there today and you say RiverBender.com, these orange T-shirts will be $1. Orange only.
You're welcome.
And there's a reason why. At the end of the month, the last 7 days of the month, it's Jersey County cleanup, and Got Faith is in charge of it. And what it is, if you've got a Boy Scout, church, whatever, a group, we're giving out these orange bags, 20 orange bags, 20 pairs of gloves, and this beautiful little bag. And if you don't have a group, just stop by Martha's Closet and pick up an orange bag. So remember that.
And get the cute bag.
The other thing, it's not just today. It's today, it's Saturday from 9 to 1, and also 6 to 8. Everything's $1.
That's incredible. That's really great. And for so many people, whether you're a new family, a single family, or, you need some clothes and don't get paid for a couple of weeks.
Right.
It's really good.
Right. The other thing, from 6 to 8 that night, guess who's going to be there? My cousin.
He's back in town already? He doesn't take the time off.
That's how I dressed up for him today. He's going to be there from 6 to 8. Showing the kids the trains and taking pictures, selfies with Santa, cookies. Oh, March 5th. It's March 15th.
I love this.
Did you know March 15th is Santa's birthday? Google it.
Is it really?
Google it. It's actually.
Well, you know what 316 is? Stone Cold Steve Austin Day.
Yeah.
Austin 316.
Yeah. And also, what is 316? It's a good Bible verse.
John 6.
Yeah.
316.
Yeah.
Great one. But so Santa's birthday is
March 15th
on Saturday.
Yeah. I'm actually leaving. I've got to be in Smithton, Illinois, to meet up with 30 of my other cousins.
No good.
And then come back at 6 to 8 and cookies and everything. Everything is going to be cool.
That is so cool. And Miss Martha's Closet's open Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays, 9 to 1 p.m.
Yes, but this week everything's $1. And then she's also doing it Thursday night.
Well, and
then today, wait, we're not done yet. What else we got going today? We've got our food pantry and a resource room today.
Really cool.
Yeah.
And the food pantry, what are the other dates coming down the pipeline this month?
Well, we've got a bunch of them there, and I don't know what they are. But I do know.
March 20th?
Well,
March
it's every
20th.
Thursday.
Oh.
From 10 to 1.
I didn't know it was every Thursday.
Yeah, every Thursday from 10 to 1. And then there's a Monday. It's like, I think, the second or last Thursday of the month, and it's from Trader Joe's. And it's in the evening, for people in the evening.
It's incredible.
Yeah. Isn't that cool? And we just totally redid are working on our building, but we've now got a whole wing just for the food pantry.
That is amazing.
Isn't that cool? And then the resource room, which is JCCU, is also there. I don't know if you know JCCU, Jersey County Churches United.
Oh, yeah, we have talked about that before. Yeah, really good.
Yeah.
So that's a great group.
Yeah, it is.
Well,
they go around and fix stuff, make wheelchair ramps, all kinds of
it's
stuff.
Really cool.
But they're there, and they've got their own room, and it's once a month you're allowed to go there. But it's toilet paper, paper towels, dish soap, laundry soap, you name that kind of stuff, toothbrushes, toothpaste, underarm deodorant, all that good stuff. Yeah.
The resource room is open Thursdays 10 to 1, correct?
Yes. Same as, and then the food pantry you're allowed to go there twice a month. So you could go every other week, or you could go twice, first. So that's that. What else we got going on?
Oh, well, I was going to call out here real quick.
Yeah.
We're going to showcase some of your Christmas selection in a write-up on RiverBender because,
I love it.
Man, these photos are brilliant.
Aren't they? That's our train. It's the largest train set in Jersey County.
That is so
We
cool.
had somebody donate us all of those train, and the value was, they said, $10,000.
This is incredible,
Yeah.
Steve. I mean, it really, because you
Yeah.
know how much I love
Yeah.
Christmas and decorations and all that. And man, I'm telling you what, this is a wonderful, and we're going to put those photos in because I can't do it justice showing you. So we'll just link it
Isn't
in
that
the write-up
cool?
and show you the digital.
Yeah, but if you come Saturday night, you'll be able to see all of that stuff, and it'll be lit up, and it's just so cool.
So cool. And you bring a canned food item.
Yes, yeah. For Santa's birthday.
That's right.
Bringing Santa a Christmas present, and we're asking to bring a can of food for the food pantry.
That is so cool.
Yeah.
Well, and these orange trash bags, let's touch on that real quick again.
Yes.
So this is going to be the last 7 days of March, the 25th through the 31st, asking all churches, Boy Scout, Girl Scout football team, baseball team, cheerleading team, county board, city board. It's election season.
Yeah.
We'll remember.
Yeah. I had the mayor.
American
I had the mayor of Jerseyville call me already, and I had the mayor of Grafton call me already. So, and it's so cool because we're working together, and they're just letting and I want people to kind of. Last year, I think I had the Boy Scouts go outside of town and just the ditches on the way coming into town. Is what the main thing is. But you just fill your bag up and just drop them, leave them there, and the city's going to come pick them up for us. And even in Grafton.
Wow.
And then the boys' home down in Grafton, the boys' home down there?
Yeah.
They are going to go out in front of theirs and work their way towards Marquette.
That's
Pure
really
Marquette,
cool.
And Marquette's going to work their way this way.
So this is wonderful.
It is.
And how do we sign up to get more details?
Just give me a call, 618-567-5877. Or stop by Martha's Closet, pick up some bags. And if you say RiverBender.com, get an orange shirt
for $1.
For $1. Yeah.
What about senior boxes?
Senior boxes. Now that's a totally, God Faith isn't really involved in it, but it's another church that is in our building. And it's just, they're basically a ministry. I think there's like 7 people that go there, and it's a ministry, but once a month they give out 40 boxes of food. Now it's a certain amount of money. You can only make so much money to be into that.
Gotcha.
Our food pantry is, we don't care.
No, just come if you need it.
How tall you are, what color you are, how skinny you are.
Easy.
Just come and get it. And the thing of it is, you know what?
I thought that was pretty funny. Thank you, Melissa. I thought that was pretty funny.
even though, I mean, if you come in there, even if some people say, well, I don't need to give it to somebody else. You do need it, though. Honestly, nowadays, if you come and get that food from us, and it's free, you can take that money and you can give it to somebody else, or fill up your gas tank, pay your bills.
You never know what
I'm
comes
saying?
out.
So
you never
it's
know.
a plus for everybody, and I think we're at like 100 people now.
It's incredible.
A month, so yeah.
One, it shows the need for it too across all walks of life.
Yeah.
And with that being said, we have to take a break for top of the hour.
Yeah.
It is 11 o'clock. We're going past that for a couple more minutes because I was a little bit behind today, and Steve, I think it's safe to say that I'm ready for April the 2nd.
Yeah.
With that being said, we'll come back. We'll talk the Sabbath coffee, which is Saturdays, and we'll get more details on that, more details on All I Got Faith.
Perfect.
You stay there. We'll stay here on RiverBender.com and Roku TV.
Have a rash, pink eye, or urinary tract infection and need care now? OSF On-Call Urgent Care is here to treat you. Start a virtual visit 24/7, whenever and wherever you need it. It's just that easy. OSFOnCall.org/virtual visit.
Has free checking become a thing of the past? Not if Liberty has anything to say about it. With 3 free personal checking options and even a free business checking account, free is alive and well at Liberty Bank, the local bank that gives you free checking choices and more cashing in your pocket. Bank locally, bank Liberty. For more information, visit www.bankliberty.com.
I set the thermostat so my house would be warm when I got home from work, but the kitchen is still cool.
At Barrett Heating and Cooling, we stand behind every Linux system we sell.
My dealer said he'd take care of everything.
At Barrett Heating and Cooling, we understand everyone wants prompt, professional service.
Turns out it wasn't my furnace after all, just a little something blocking the vent.
Pretty smart dog if you ask me. For service you can count on, call Barrett Heating and Cooling.
Lennox. Innovation never felt so good.
Brant Walker knows how to get results for Alton because he's done it. As Mayor Brant froze the property tax levy and balanced the budget, his economic development policy stimulated $116 million in private capital investment. Community policing and increased resources for public safety led to a decrease in crime. And under Brant Walker's leadership, Alton secured more than $10 million in extra grant funds for infrastructure and park improvements. Move Alton forward with Brant Walker.
Macias Insurance Agency, providing quality products with extremely competitive prices. As an independent provider, we source multiple companies to offer the best rates possible, covering auto, home, business, and life insurance. Our goal is to provide quality service that meets and exceeds customer expectations. You can rest easy knowing the Macias team is working round the clock to ensure that both you and the most important parts of your life are covered. Our qualified professionals make the insurance process easy so you can live carefree and focus on what matters most. Visit MaciasInsuranceAgency.com today to find out what our team can do for you.
You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nasello on RiverBender.com.
11:01 is the time on this Thursday morning. Back with God, Faith, Melissa, Sean, and Steve. Steve?
Yes.
We got Melissa and Sean here to fill us in on the Christian 12-step, both the men and women programs. Where do you want to start? Do you want to start with the men? Do you want to start with the women? The floor is yours.
We'll start with the women.
Okay. Melissa, fill me in on your program.
He says I talk more, so. It's actually a Christian-based 12-step program. We go by the 12 steps. Honestly, it's been an amazing group. Steve asked me about 2 years ago if I would be willing to jump in and do something like this, and it's been a blessing. And when you think of 12 steps, you automatically go to recovery, drugs and alcohol. But I like to tell people we have all kinds of hurts, habits, and hangups.
Oh, yeah.
And that's what we focus on.
That's good.
You know, we have people with anxiety, they're just overwhelmed, dealing with divorce, stress, you know, on top of people who want to stay sober, people that are trying to get sober. And we basically work through the 12 steps. It takes us a little bit of time because we get into depth and we do some really good conversations. If someone in particular is struggling with something on the Friday night that we're there, because we meet every Friday night at 6 o'clock. So with that, if somebody has something specific they need to deal with or, you know, want some extra help with, we'll find scripture and help out with that. And then if we have time, we'll jump into the next step. If not, we'll just kind of talk about how some of us have been there and how we were able to get through it by pressing into God's word and prayer and like-minded believers.
Well, and take me through just some of the growth that you've experienced with the group.
For myself or the group in general?
From what you've seen observing the group.
There's amazing growth. I mean, I've seen ladies get saved.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen just their spiritual walk get closer. And some women come in and they're scared to death to talk. They just kind of sit and they listen. But after time, they start feeling like it's a family, and then they feel comfortable with sharing and opening up. And that brings a lot of freedom to them when they realize, you know, hey, I can talk here. What's said here doesn't leave here. And one of our favorite phrases is, you know, no one in this family fights alone.
Yeah.
And it's like you reach out whenever you need to, and somebody will be available to talk. So
100%. And what have you gained out of it as well?
Oh, my relationship with Christ has definitely gotten closer, and I realize I screw up daily.
Don't we all, though?
Right?
Honestly.
Yeah.
Right, true.
You know? And these are the stepsisters.
Yeah,
That's
we
what
call
y'all
ourselves the
yourselves.
stepsisters.
Yeah,
Got
cool.
faith
Isn't that cool?
stepsisters.
That is cool.
Yep.
This is so cool. And this is the yellow door at the Got Faith building,
Yes.
Fridays at 6 p.m. How many are in the group normally?
It averages. Sometimes there's just 3 of us. Lately we've had 6, but there is plenty of room for anybody willing to come
Wonderful.
and
Keep
work
growing
on
it. Yeah.
any hurts, habits, and hangups. Yes.
Well, and on the flip side of that, for the guys' side of things, you know, Sean, take me through your involvement in the group as a whole.
This is we refer to the men's group as the Pathfinders. We started that group up, about 8 years ago at a different church location, and we quit having a following. Melissa and I both were actually involved in that group, and it was just a co-ed group. But we do the 12 steps. I've been involved in recovery myself for over 30 years.
Wow.
And a lot of it is worldly. And in my opinion, AA and NA and all them are trying to push God out. My objective is to keep God there and go to Him first before everything else.
Yeah.
You know, because I personally could not get sober and deal with my problems without a relationship with Christ.
And so many people find themselves in that same category.
Right.
Yeah. Well, and now take me through, when does the group meet?
Same time as the women's, but we're on a different wing in the same building. So we're separate, and that way there's no interaction in between.
Do you, is this a good, have you been able to see some gentlemen open up and really start, because a lot of times I'm sure the guys, I mean, we're told, hey, you better bottle that sucker up and keep moving forward, you know?
Right. We've got one individual coming right now. He's been, you know, really opening up more, and we're actually kind of trying to work through the steps like Melissa said, but we deal with whatever issue comes up at first, and everything we try and address it scripturally, you know, because we all got answers.
Huge.
But,
so huge.
You know.
Well, and you got to have something to connect to as well, and have that guideline to take it forward and achieve more every day.
Right.
Correct. And one of the biggest things for me, myself, is accountability.
Yeah.
We need to be accountable to our brothers in recovery.
Yeah.
You know, and that way when you're outside of the meetings or whatever, you know, you can call them and have you're dealing with something, call, you know. And get some input and discuss it over the phone, you know.
And realize it's okay to have those conversations too.
Correct.
How many do you encounter in your group?
Right now we only have 4. And then for some reason the men's group is struggling a little bit. I think it's mainly a pride issue.
Yeah.
A lot of men deal with pride, and they don't want to. So, you know, please come. You know, if you're a man, please come. So.
Definitely.
We're on a different wing. We're at the red door.
Yeah.
You come in through the red door. on the east side of the building. So,
And this is every Friday night.
correct.
And you'll be a part of that Christian 12-step for both men
And these are
women.
the AA 12 steps, and then we've got
Scripture that
the
goes with
scripture, the exact same thing.
That's so cool.
Isn't that cool?
What's your favorite part about this experience for both of you? I'll ask you both that question.
Watching God work through lives is amazing. I mean, I just enjoy it.
So cool.
And he's working at that building.
Yeah.
It's just,
They notice when they walk in the door, even if they've never been there before. They'll say something as soon as they walk in.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
This is so cool.
God shows up and shows out on a regular basis. They got faith. Yeah,
definitely.
Incredible. Well, thank you, too, for sharing more about the 12-step.
You're
And
welcome.
Steve, back to this Saturday real briefly. What time for your cousin's visit?
6 to 8 in the evening. Yeah, and Martha's Closet will be there. Everything $1. And if you say RiverBender.com, you're going to get an orange shirt for $1.
How about that?
Holy peppermint.
Thank you guys so much for waiting on me, and so sorry for
no
the delay.
problem.
We'll say goodbye for now, and I'll see you tomorrow. It's going to be an interesting day out there, so just check the weather and all that good stuff. But most importantly, as always, try your best to stay out of jail.